Where's it? It's only one. Sorry.
Nigeria was no for low delay. You not looking, yeah, what's your visa?
Yes, I have Igna. Where are you now?
Hosanna, we can walk together. We can do it together. Hosanna, we can walk together. We can do it together. Anywhere for me, would you stay with me? Yeah, don't regret, baby. Oh, that's so far we will find home. For me, would you stay with me? Don't regret, baby. Oh, yeah. Like this up down here, you find home.
One day, and I'll be there. One day, if I want to go.
Baby, are you not so sure?
Yes, one. Nice to get. Follow a different one. I think this one has a white balance. That's this one. Yeah, this one.
If you stay another day, we can do it together. We go walk the walk together. We go do the things together. Everywhere from you. Shall I tell you? You just stay with me. Love me, friend, baby, you. Like a soldier, will you fight for me?
Thank you, Air Force Band. Thank you, Nigeria Air Force Band. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ice water, thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Nigerian Film Corporation, we'd like to welcome you to the opening ceremony of Zuma Film Festival 2020. And because of the COVID-19 pandemic and the associated challenges that have to do with film production, we decided that we'll maintain the same team but with an addition of 2. So this is to say that we are continuing with our conversation of last year's Zuma Film Festival, and the theme was content connectivity. So this year's edition is content connectivity to every view, everywhere. Before we start, I'd like to apologize for keeping you this late, but we promise you that we are going to be swift and you will enjoy the rest of your time here. For this evening, MC Chanel and MC Nelly will be assisting in anchoring the program, but I will still be at the background to assist them. My name is Brian Etuk, Head Public Affairs of the Nigerian Film Corporation. At this point, I'd like to crave the indulgence of our distinguished guests and everybody to please rise up for the anthem. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in compliance with COVID-19 protocols, Zuma Film Festival 2020 is being activated on a hybrid of physical participation and online streaming. And we have sent out a link. This limited crowd here is deliberate, but we have several thousands of people who are watching us live. Maybe in the course of the program, I will employ the technical team to give us a bar of the link. And if you are here, you could just send the link out for people to also watch us live. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to specially recognize the Honorable Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, who is here represented by Mr. Augustus Babajide Ajibola. He is the Director of Entertainment and Creative Services, Federal Ministry of Information, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I would like also to recognize the presence of the chairman, Nigerian Film Corporation Board, Alhaji Abubakar Umar Gambo. Along with Alhaji Gambo is another board member, Madam Kachulam Dachom. Madam, please, can we see you? Thank you very much. We have another member, Engineer John Bosco. He's there. Okay, maybe he's. With that done, I would like to, on behalf of the introduce to you the Managing Director, Chief Executive, Nigerian Film Corporation, and Chairman, Organizing Committee, Zuma Film Festival, Dr. Chidia Madwekwe. We have in our presence the Director General of the Voice of Nigeria, Engineer Okechukwu Osita. We have spent so much time, so I'll just take this recognition in quick succession. We have Dr. Anda Agbazo. He's representing the Director General, Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria. We'd like to also recognize the presence of Dr. Zainab Galadima. And then we also want to recognize the presence of our special guest also tonight, Honorable Abike Dabiri. Thank you, Ma, for coming. We have Mr. Andy Imefidon. He's the Chief Executive, PTV ABUJA. We have Mr. Nee Campbell of Teleferats Limited, Abuja. We have Mr. Nasiru Abdullahi Bichi. He's the Head of Communications, Sir Ahmadu Bello Memorial Foundation in Abuja. Thanks for coming. We have Dr. Jumare Haruna Mohammed. He is the Director of Finance and Administration, Sir Ahmadu Bello Memorial Foundation. Thank you so much for. We have Mr. Ejike Eze and Chief Uzo Onome for also joining us. We have the Face of Tourism, Joy Godwin, for joining us. Thank you very much. And we have Ipowosa Ike Odiase of ICOT Global Entertainment for joining us. Also, we want to thank all those who are joining us virtually to watch and participate during the ceremonies of Zuma 2020. More recognitions to be done in the course of the program. But distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me at this point invite the Nigerian Air Force Band to give us a short performance, please. Thank you.
We are off. Can you put down?
Give me now. Everybody in the house. Let me hear you sing. Can you feel it? Let me know. Everybody, sing along now. Let me hear you. Can you feel it? Anyway, shake your body. Shake your body. 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 Window.
So that let them watch me and this.
So good. Very good. Can you feel it? Make some noise. All right.
Oh, but she quick. That's it.
Sing it. Sing along now. Can you feel it? Willow. Don't be sad, understand. Everybody has a day with some way to be. Think of a new tomorrow. Let this day bring us a brand new day. So never you worry, make one last set to let me hear you sing it now. One love, keep us together. Living in the world, struggle to stay alive. One love, keep us together. Living in the world, struggle to stay alive.
So anything you are not watching,
So somebody tell me why we are fighting when love can set us free. So let it be. One love is all we need. So let this day bring us a brand new day. So never you worry, let one love set you free. Let me hear you sing now. One love, keep us together. One love, one love. One love, struggle to stay alive. One love, keep us together. One love, one love, one love, one love, one love, keep us together. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Please, can you put your hands together for the best musicians in the world? Please put your hands together for them. One love, keep us together. Oh, aya, hey. Oh, thank you. Nice what? You. Ice water. One love. Everyone.
This one has to go. Don't you open and talk here. Don't you open the apple.
Thank you. Thank you. You are the best. From Genesis to Revelation, you are the best. From the beginning to the end, you are the best. Put your hands.
I don't know which one is working.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing? My agent, one and only. Only one that I'm missing.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Nigeria Air Force Band, thank you.
They can't hear you.
Thank you. Nigeria Air Force Band, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Once again, put hands together for them. They are the. At this point in time, I want to specially welcome Federal Commissioner Honorable Ejike Eze, National Population Commission, to this wonderful occasion. Please put your hands together for him. There's something that is missing here. Since they started this occasion, some people are just moody, nobody turns to one another. Please, can you turn to your neighbor and say, welcome to this wonderful Zuma film production? Please do that, it's very important.
I've gotten that one.
If possible, introduce yourself. Anything can happen, but anything good, though. Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your. The program is going on and we will soon get through. At this point, I'd like to crave the indulgence of the Honorable Minister and other special guests to invite the Managing Director, Chief Executive, Nigerian Corporation, Dr. Chidi Amadweke, to present his welcome address. Dr. Amadweke, please. Sir, I think the camera people have blocked you. Maybe you need to take just a quick walk through there. Thank you, sir. I don't. Hello. Yes.
Hello? Yeah.
Oh,
Can you link me alpha? To town people yeah, take a video of course. Oh, they must be want to share comments. Facebook, not this stuff.
Good evening. Good evening, distinguished special guests and top government officials who are here, our friends in the media, our partners, those who have come from outside the country that decided to grace this occasion. We are happy to have all of you.
Why are we not hearing it? Yes. If the sound is breaking. post their own. So, which one is that one? It's not your own. Okay, you didn't provide sound. I didn't provide. No, I want came to come and help them connect. We told them. Don't worry, I remember. But that break, that interference break is why I don't want. This girl is fit. I don't know where she is.
So, whose leadership
support I saw her take 5 or 10.
we also use this opportunity to express our gratitude to the National Assembly who thought it fit to make yearly appropriation for the Zuma Film Festival.
See how we need tripod there. Tripod.
Before I
Yes, you have to go round.
March 2017, there was no budgetary allocation for Zuma Film Festival. Yet, before I resumed it, there was no Zuma Film. So, if not for the effort of Honorable Minister who believed
Put off the camera mic. Oh,
Film Festival,
camera mic. I don't see camera mic.
and therefore,
Yeah, what is she?
the current situation for the Nigerian people. And here means that we have outside the box in order to sustain the industry. We cannot just say that because of the global impact of
So far, how far?
we will not be able to do what we are doing. We have come up with some creative ideas which even outside the shores of this country is completely totally currently ongoing. Screening in the car park, watching film, no more inside the cinema hall when the social distance was a thing of challenge. We have also realized that
they are very creative. So government has made up their mind that the migratory pathway for job creation has to focus on creativity, on digital economy. And that is why you have it as part of the Ministry of Communication under the leadership of President Mohamed Buhari. And you cannot effectively run with digital economy without the audiovisual component. And Nigerian Film Corporation is here working its stock in its mandate to give a robust platform for our creativity to ramp up to where it's supposed to be. This year's Zuma Film Festival is hybrid in structure. It's hybrid in the sense that we have to be in compliance with COVID-19 pandemic safety protocols by having both virtual participation and the physical, as we are here physically. As we're here physically, some of our participants are watching us as we are being streamed globally. Our conviction and responsibility is to protect the health of all, even as we celebrate and reward excellence and engage in already a new conversation that will emerge. It is paramount, therefore, that we optimize whatever that we have before us as we engage in robust and satisfactory outcome for Zuma. We are therefore determined that Zuma Film Festival shall remain the vital link in the chain of global film culture and their film. And will be supported at all times from this end. Audiences and can be accessible of digital. Creativity programs. We will continue to work hard to broaden the reach and scope of our programming in getting films to the diverse and varied audiences, as well as, I repeat, sustaining ZOO as Nigeria's leading and foremost film festival. Distinguished guests, film is universal. In making this year's film festival a rewarding experience, we have carefully put up participating events. They are as follows: the red carpet, which have taken place, film premiering, film screenings, competitive and non-competitive, emerging talent, the annual film lecture, master classes, workshop, and of course, the award night. Our attention during ZOO 2020 is the introduction and promotion of invited films to the press, audience, and film critics so that they can be led to co-productions, sale of film rights, marketing, and ultimately for theatrical releases. The outcome will be the discovery, support, and promotion of the art and new talents of genre films. Let me at this point bring to your attention that the classic film Shehu Umar, which we digitized and premiered at Berlinale in 2018, today is globally being sought for. About 3 months ago, we received a report for the group in Asia wanting to have the sales right. We have to ask our partners in Germany, Arsenal, to go ahead, even though we had asked them to just represent us. Asian continent. So that is the benefit of festivals of this nature. The organization of hosting this year's film festival is the direct result of the continuous support of our partners. I must bring to record the role Nigerian Television Authority has played to make to make film festival, Zuma Film Festival, come back to life. We have been supported by Nigerian Television Authority even when we didn't have any money to pay for such exposure. Can we give a round of applause to Nigerian Television? We have also been highly supported by the Nigerian Information Technology Development Agency, Plateau Radio and Television Corporation, the Unity FM in Jos. We have been supported by the people and government of Lagos State, Abia, Plateau, Adamawa, Delta, Kano, Kaduna. We have been supported by other associate agencies
like Voice of Nigeria. The Nigerian Film Corporation remains grateful to the Embassy of the United States of America in Nigeria because they have been undertaking the virtual film lecture for episodic storytelling. They have also exposed us to the United States Department, where our ability to send content to the United States has been recognized. Recently, we had an online meeting with that unit in the State Department, and we expect in the year 2021 a whole lot of collaboration and relationship of our local content developers will be brought to the fore under the auspices of the United States State Department. We therefore wish to express at this point our gratitude to President Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, who is the grand patron of Zuma Film Festival. We also would like to express our gratitude to other ministers of the Federal Republic who have found time to give support to this film festival. At this point, I also want to bring to the attention of the audience gathered here that the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory is about assuming the role of the host city come 2021. That means, like film festivals anywhere in the world, Abuja will take its pride of place as the host city under the auspices of the Honorable Minister for FCT. We recently commenced our engagement in that direction. And I'm sure come 2021, there'll be a more robust placement of the Ministry of Federal Capital Territory in that regard. Zuma Film Festival 2020 has been designed with embedded events to arouse your inner feelings and creative, appreciative instincts that will not only excite you, but will reinforce the notion of the efficiency of film in production of cultures and development, and in promotion of our cultures and development. Our solemn commitment remains that Nigerian Film Corporation shall continue to power possibilities in the creative sector. Thank you.
Sincerely apologize.
partner with the Film Corporation, we are the Voice of Nigeria, in our various channels, both in our own shortwave, in our webcast, our YouTube, and other radio platforms we have created. We will continue to represent you via smartphone, where we are informed, smartphone application, tuning radio, simple radio, and radio garden. For us, it's always a pleasure to see our youth be creative, for creativity had advanced the world throughout the century. Nobody talks bad about Nigeria when we come to the film industry. We've graduated from number 10 today actively after the United States, Hollywood, and India. We're now number 3. When we clap for ourselves, it will not be a misnomer, because on a daily basis, you could see Nigerian artists doing very well, both at home and abroad. So when Dr. Chidi Amadekwe, who incidentally is coming from medical school, is doing well in the arts arena, he glorifies some of us that please don't bother about what you study. Resort to your inner creativity, your Almighty God's endowment, and help to change the world and present Nigerians' image at the best place where we are, because we have joined the discovery of the coming vaccine. We are today, by January 20th of 2021, will be the Deputy Treasury Secretary of the United States of America, which is the equivalent to Minister of State of Finance in the whole and the mighty United States. So when the Nollywood is being advanced, count it as one of those laurels. So for our youth, please, instead of loitering and the money that you need just white-collar employment, the Film Corporation is telling you that you have talents that will make a difference. For this, we say, thank God, and welcome all of you, and the party on their way out. Thank you. Thank you.
You can do better than that. Thank you very much for that wonderful opening message. Want to sincerely apologize once again. Because of our deliberate time we have called like 2-3 persons for the closing ceremony. I promise that I will call as many as that will come, that want to come and give us their goodwill message. The next here is a remark by Engineer Abubakar Umar Gambo, Chairman, NFC Board. Please put your hands together for him as he comes up for the honor tonight. Engineer Abubakar Umar Gambo.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this point, our guests so at this
And you should know that whatever man can do, woman can do it. We don't have women in the house. You will hear her voice. She's so.
I don't want to be clear when the people talking about the green screen. But most important is that I really just have to be somewhere now. But it was very important that this beautiful location. I was in New York some time ago, pre-COVID. And this film is talking about my angel works was filmed privately to the topmost African American audience in New York. Honestly, the video was talking about being so proud in Nigeria. We have a deputy treasury secretary. We have 3 members that won elections. I was so proud to be
The other microphone has to be on.
and in that hall, the film talked about the joy of return. You know, to talk to the right people, and everyone wanted to come home to the motherland. I don't know.
They take it from me. The joy of what? Return.
That is the second question. The first one is cultural diversity.
So from this four, which one are you playing? Tickets just to go.
We're playing all of them. They're together.
Not today. Which one do you have here? Ticket from me.
They are all together.
Let me check it. Which one are you playing?
Presentation, you can see that I am online. Our presentation make us to understand that we are the best. We are the best. Director of Entertainment and Creative Services, Information and Photograph. Okay, yeah. We have President of the our brother, the management of Sahara developed a model foundation. The entire team came all the way from Angola to support everything for them. I am planned by the two female board members from Nigerian Film Corporation, Madam Catilo,
The audio is a mic. The other mic that is connected here, they are not. They were supposed to be using it. Yeah, that was what I was telling Mr. Brian earlier on.
special question. How time best the opening ceremony of Zuma Film Festival 2020. In a short while, we will be witnessing the screening of short films produced by Nigerians to showcase our rich culture and protect unity as the people of the great nation, Nigeria. In fact, during the course of the entire duration of the film festival, no film produced by Nigerians entered outside the shores of this country.
There's no sound.
Once more, remain a key element of Zuma.
Which of the mics?
In all discussions intended to provide windows of opportunity to the development of the Nigerian film. It is important to note that as a board, we are committed to ensuring the sustainable development of Nigeria's film industry. We intend to achieve this by supporting the NFC in its programs and projects, including this particular Zuma Film Festival. We are desirous in sustaining and even increasing the tempo of interventions being provided by the Nigerian Film Corporation in terms of platforms such as this film festival, as well as training, capacity building, manpower development. Consequently, I'm happy that through careful planning and even with the gradual easing of COVID-19, Zuma Film Festival 2020 has successfully taken off. We are aware that the COVID-19 pandemic has posed enormous challenges for the creative industry. There has been great impact in film production across the globe, including Nigeria. But in the midst of these challenges, it is very important that film production activities continue. This is what we, the board of the Nigerian Film Corporation, have done. The Nigerian creative industry, which has now been elevated to an economy, is growing in leaps and bounds. Attention is now being given to the sector by the federal government of Nigeria through its agencies and programs. Apart from the financial support windows, including the recently approved credit loan facilities by the Central Bank of Nigeria, which qualified practitioners can access, it behoves us all to come to terms that practitioners will need platforms such as this Zuma Film Festival. The essence is to enable our Nigerian filmmakers in particular receive commendation, recognition, and appreciation for their creative works, as well as par with their counterparts from other film cultures across the globe. Distinguished guests
participants, ladies and gentlemen, let me assure you that as a board, we shall continue to support the management of the Nigerian Film Corporation to deliver on its mandate. We are therefore, and we therefore will continue to support institutional, foreign, and domestic linkages that will provide majority of the stakeholders the opportunity to contribute to the nation's economy. We know that Nigeria, just like other developing nations of the world, are grappling with issues of unemployment and population growth. As a matter of policy of the Nigerian Film Corporation, our film industry programs are designed to create and expand job opportunities. There are several areas of the film production activity where practitioners can become specialists, develop, secure financial investment, create employment, and as well create wealth. The Zuma Film Festival is predicated on the above thrust. The board expresses its profound appreciation to Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for giving executive direction and approvals on the needs of the Nigerian film industry. These actions by Mr. President, numerous of them, are impacting positively on the activities and contributions of the film subsector of the Nigerian economy. We also like to extend our special appreciation to our minister, our only Alhaji Lai Mohammed, the Honorable Minister of Information and Culture, for equally assisting the NFC in the discharge of his responsibilities to the Nigerian people. Finally, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are optimistic that by the special grace of God, we shall all witness a successful Zuma Film Festival 2020. On this note, I welcome all participants, including those who will be joining us virtually to Zuma Film Festival 2020. Thank you and God bless you.
Presentation.
Thank you, Chairman, NFC Board, Alhaji ABUJA. He walks to his seat. Please, let's give him another round of applause. Thank you, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are going to premiere some films that have been produced for your day. First, we are going to bring Badagry, the joy of return. Not yet, I'm not mentioning it late. And then two, please, don't move. There's a special guest that is coming to speak. There's another premium cultural that a short film that we have in our presence Honorable Odebumi Olusegun Dokun. He is the Chairman, House Committee on Information, National Organization, and this opening ceremony of Zuma Film Festival 2020. It is my singular honor, and with the permission of the chairman and the MD Nigerian Film Corporation, to please invite Honorable Odebumi Olusegun Dokun, Chairman, House Committee on Information, National Orientation, Ethics and Values, to give us an opening remark, sir. Let's put our hands together for Honorable Odebumi Olusegun. Please keep clapping until we get it.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to keep you clapping. That is what I want to work like a soldier. Good evening, the chairman of the occasion, the Director General of the Nigerian Film Corporation, and the other Director General of the agencies under Ministry of Information here present, the directors of the agencies here present, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'm delighted to be here tonight. And on behalf of my speaker, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, and the other members of the committee and the other members of the House of Representatives, we congratulate the agency, especially the MD, for this wonderful program put together by your agency. Some years back when you started this program, or let me say when you reactivated this program, we observed a lot of challenges. But upon those difficult challenges you are passing through, you still try enough to sustain this program. I want to congratulate you and appreciate you on behalf of this nation, that no matter how you are able to sustain this program. So thank you very much on behalf of this country. Yeah, from our hand here, from the National Assembly, especially the House of Rep, I announced to you in the last program that by the special grace of God, we always identify by you. And I have the authority of the Speaker to let you know that your amendment bill that is undergoing the process of the lawmaking in the National Assembly, by the grace of God, it has passed through the process from the House of Rep, and presently we are waiting the concurrency from the Senate. And I believe by the special grace of God, when the bill is signed into law, you will now be operating as a commission by the special grace of God, which I believe Nigerians stand to benefit a lot, because a lot of opportunities is awaiting this country. The only clause that is debarring us from tapping those available opportunities is for you to be named commission, and I believe we will get there. Lastly, we will always identify by you. Whatever you need from us at the level of the National Assembly, we are there for you. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Please let's put our hands together for Honorable. Thank you very much, sir, for those encouraging and assuring remarks from the National Assembly. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. We appreciate your colleagues. We appreciate the leadership of the National Assembly, and we appreciate Nigeria who elected you into the National Assembly. Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen. announcement. Zuma Film Festival is about films. And before we screen any film signaling the opening, it's important to note that the festival will officially begin home. At this point, please permit me to invite the Information and Culture here represented by Mr. Augustus Babajide Ajibola to please present his opening declare the film festival.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Friend here, Dr. Chidi Amadwekwe, my colleague in the ministry, Madam Kachilom Daju, the MD of Nigerian Voice of Nigeria, Chief Osita Okechukwu. Permit me now to kindly read the Honourable Minister's address and declare open this film festival. It is my utmost pleasure and privilege to once again attend the 11th edition of this auspicious event. I have to say that films hold a fascinating attraction, reflection of our daily life experiences, and representative of our needs, aspiration, vision, dreams as an individual, family, community, and a nation. Writ large, it is of our collective will and resolve as a nation. Let me commend the Nigerian Film Corporation for sustaining the momentum of organizing this film festival. Not too long ago, there was a brief period of interregnum, and more so with the present challenge of the global pandemic. These are unusual times, and keeping alive this brand that this festival has become is a remarkable achievement, especially when most international film festivals could not take place or took place substantially scaled down in content and form. More than this, Nigerian Film Corporation has made dramatic progress over the years, from being a pioneer film institution in its gestation period before metamorphosing into other areas of film management and policy implementation. The present administration has, in this respect, empowered the corporation to translate into a hub for capacity building, film entrepreneurship, as well as a repository of all Nigerian film archives. Has been part of the memory bank of the film industry as a depository of all films in Nigeria. The NFC will not only serve as a gatekeeper of our historical record, but also a veritable store of value from generation to generation. The present administration is positioning the corporation to play a more pivotal role in the film industry, as it is presently undergoing reforms and commercialization to make it a more viable and a more proactive player, not only in the industry in Nigeria, but globally. This is in consonance with the Public Enterprises Privatization and Commercialization Act of 1999. The process is already on stream. Let me mention that the Nigerian Film Corporation has been quite active in the COVID-19 period. I am delighted to say that part of the social responsibility, the Nigerian Film Corporation developed advocacy messages under the auspices of the ministry. The Enlightenment campaign supplemented the effort of the task force on the pandemic in putting out critical messages to educate the populace about the negative effects of the pandemic. Furthermore, the Nigerian Film Corporation must be commended for continuing its drive to expand the scope of international activities, partnership, and synergies by obtaining necessary approval to enter mutually favorable MOUs with the following film agencies. With India, MOU on arts, media, and audiovisual.
MOU with the Spanish Film Institute, Ministry of Culture and Sport, the Sao Paulo City Film and Audiovisual Agency in Brazil, and the Durban Film Mart in South Africa. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my fervent hope that this particular film festival will make astronomical leap to become a prime film festival destination not only in Africa, but in global context. This will in tandem with our status as the second most prolific filmmaking which I hope will revert back to what we are accustomed to, which I call the real normal. I am optimistic that the deleterious effect of the pandemic in form of disruption of film production, national film festivals, decline in consumer demand, and cut in consumer spending will be a thing of the past very soon. Indeed, it's my fervent desire that the Zuma Film Festival will be a harbinger of a prosperous and vibrant future for the film industry as a whole. Permit me to now hereby declare open the 11th edition of the Zuma Film Festival. Enjoy the festival and thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We can better doing it as it's going back to his seat. That was a great one. Ladies and gentlemen, a Film Festival 2020 is hereby declared open, and let the celebration begin. Let's put our hands together. Thank you. All right. It is a film festival we're talking about here. We will view a movie, a film, in a short while. Technical, please. Get ready to let us have the film view. But I would like to take a minute to say we appreciate all filmmakers here present. All industry movie directors, actors, and actresses. I can see your face all over the place. Actors and actresses. All right, in the movie industry, usually we don't do actors. The movie industry. Ladies and gentlemen, let's then now view the movie for the day. Technical, let's put our hands together for the technical team. Thank you.
Bereful Island, just off the coast of the ancient city of Badagry in Lagos State, Nigeria. The island became the horrific pathway to the point of no return for a large number of captives who were stolen away by ship and sold into slavery in the Americas between 1518 and 1880. As the slaves trudged through the island in chains, their captors rode on horseback, pressing them relentlessly towards the coastline and an unknown future. It was a long and desperate walk. Today, a multicultural delegation from the diaspora have come to Badagry to retrace the steps of those captured ancestors as a spiritual journey, but also to prepare the way for future development of the region's tourism potential. But first, accompanied by their hosts, the delegation must pay their respects at the Palace of the King, the Akran of Badagry.
pleasure to be here this morning. Olori, good morning, ma. Thank you very much for receiving us. Again, we're here in the palace with a team of our brothers and sisters from the diaspora. If you think they're looking more white than black, they're actually more black inside of them than white. So they're here in Badagry for the annual door of return ceremony, and we were in Badagry just yesterday, and I'm sure they've enjoyed the warmth and beauty of Badagry and its culture.
But you will notice that we are very multicultural. Out of our group of 10, we have 3 that are Caucasian, 3 that are Hispanic, and 3 who are African American, and 1 who is a Nigerian American. So from the diaspora, we come from all over, and we want you to know that we bless you, and that it is a blessing for us to be here with you. And so thank you for calling us from the diaspora, and we hope to continue to build bridges between the continent and the diaspora. Thank you.
This relationship will not just be an annual thing where you come annually. We will have to find a means of integrating ourselves together, connecting you connecting us, so that together we could develop and grow. So I welcome everybody once again. Thank you.
After the formalities, all the guests were honored with native names as a symbolic gesture of their homecoming.
Seweno means the will of God.
The winner of our Hollywood Menuto is the first OFR, LLD, Doctor of Letters, JP, the Akan of Badagry Kingdom.
Now proceeding to the highlight of this event, which is the door of return. So,
As they arrive on Berefo Island, there's a surprise in store. The slave route is flooded, but they press on regardless.
So let's try. As we walk on this path, the route is flooded. Imagine our ancestors walking through the route in chains. Thank you, ma'am. In chains. It was flooded too.
Heavy chains.
Heavy chains.
Very heavy.
With the overseer behind their back, with whips. Let's reenact that. That is why we are here. Let's go.
Along the route, the current state of decay and dilapidation on the island was brought sharply into focus. Followed by a somber history lesson.
As soon as they bring the slaves around here, they sit them down near the palm tree. The person in charge of the slaves, called the overseer, will come to the well, fetch water from the well, give to the enslaved people to drink. As soon as they drink the water, they lose their memory, they become weak. Some say the water was charmed. Some say no, the water was drugged. Either charmed, either drugged, it was for a purpose. What was the purpose? But you see, the reason why they dug this well around here was to make them lose their memory, forget home, not being able to think straight because of the fear they have. The slave traders were afraid of the slaves because they know at the back of their mind that the enslaved people don't have anything to lose if you kill them. So on the ship, they know they could try to revolt. They were usually afraid of slave revolts. That's why they did everything possible to make sure they forget about home, they can't think straight, they use psychology on them, etc.
So this is why Dr. Anderson was here last year, and it was offered, was offered this piece of land by the community. You all saw what we have experienced. This is my own first time, so I see why they cry when they come out. So from here up to the waterfront, Atlantic Ocean, they have the plan to build a diaspora palace. And this will change the face of, the history of slave trade and development in Badagry. So Dr. Anderson is here to actually bless the land and thank the community for the offer.
Because we get to stand in the place and walk in the way that our ancestors walked.
Yes.
But now we get to walk with freedom.
Yes.
And it will be the joy of return. And the place that was separation for families will now be, as Timothy and I talked about last year, a place of family reunification, a place of joy. We're going to build a royal diaspora palace hotel. And when people come from all over the diaspora, we're going to have them walk through a symbolic door of return when they register before they come right into the resort. And then we're going to treat them like royalty. So imagine that. You come into that palace and you are royalty when you come back. So we have great vision. And we also have great provision because we have a great God.
Thank you.
Amen. We have a great God.
Well, first I want to bring awareness and tell people this story that I experienced, and I want to bring others back here. I will come back. And this is so important, not only for Nigeria and for Africa and African Americans, but for all people. It is very important for the United States to understand, because so much of what left this shore built our country, and we're all part of that, and we need to know this. There were so many thoughts. I felt such a deep burden for so much pain that we have caused so much of humanity, and I am overwhelmed with the resilience of humanity, but I see such a great opportunity to reverse that tragedy and bring joy and understanding so that we never do this again.
What advice do you have for the historic African diaspora?
Well, come home. This is the motherland. Come back to the motherland. As Dr. Anderson said, the joy of return to the motherland. We need to build that. We need to build on that. We need to make it happen. And that is beginning to happen here in Lagos, Nigeria. So it's something that all hands must be on deck to work on and develop. And it should be the biggest tourism event anywhere in the world. With what we have here, it's unbelievable.
Back safely on the shores of Badagry, they symbolically mark their footprints on the soil and celebrate the joy of return with the community.
All protocols observed. My name is Ronke Macaulay, and as you've heard, I flew in from Lagos today to be here. And I would just like to thank the organizers of the Zuma Film Festival for not only selecting this short, small film to be a part of this wonderful film festival, but also doing me the great honor of making it the opening night film. I mean, that is just beyond my expectations, and I'm really grateful. I would also like to thank Honorable Abike Dabirerewa, who was here earlier and had to leave us after giving a speech. I would like to thank her for the opportunity to cover that event. It was not something that was planned. It was very impromptu, and we put together that film in a very short time, and I'm so glad to say that the film has been all over the world this year. Despite the problems with the pandemic and so on, the film has been to film festivals across the world. It was premiered in New York during Black History Month in February, just before the pandemic started, and we were all there to witness that. So thank you very much for watching the film. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it spoke to something in us about pride, about being African, about pride in knowing that even though slavery is a part of our history, it is not our entire history. And Africa has so much to offer the world, and the world should sit up and take notice. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ronke, for making your film available. Of course, it went through the selection process and made it out for screening. Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria is a country with interesting culture made up of good people. And of course, it is a great nation. The next film, cultural diversity, will bring to the fore what makes us great as a nation. Please enjoy.
Nigerian Film Corporation, powering possibilities.
Cultural Diversity is a documentary initiative from Nigerian Film Corporation under Dr. Chidya Maduekwe. This exciting new documentary project will crisscross the nation to highlight interesting aspects of our culture. It will feature the different tribes to celebrate our cultural differences, to build friendship and love. Cultural diversity, our differences, our strength.
Long Juju, before his watery presence, 116 years after, they stand in his watery presence, the shrine of Ibinokpabi. The locals call it Ivu Chukwu, you call it the Long Juju of Arochukwu. The shrine was attacked and destroyed by a British expeditionary force in 1904.
Ubinukpabi. The Igbo name for this shrine is Ubinukpabi. People call it Long Juju.
Exactly 115 years after its destruction, the shrine is still active.
na-abịa ebe a ma even ugbu a ma taa ma echi ọ bụrụ na ndị a bịara ugbu a na we bịara ịkpa okwuba onwe wo What master here today? What's say about? Oh yeah, we here comedian.
Okay.
Here I need to here. Emo. I said that I rock keyboard. That could be a huge imere. It could be huge imere. Buago Medovana. Could be a huge imere, no waggy. If an arrow. They could be a huge or nam with huge make it done. I see the Danado keyboard. I'm my own. I have a damo. You will is an issue weather.
More.
My child never not I think well. The gun is here. It could be a him. Where any city or whether I wear the sugar bar, no weather. I am here in October. And a clear a color.
An intrepid crew from Nigerian Film Corporation penetrated the thick forest and cave network housing the once dreaded shrine, ABUJA, meaning in God's presence. The chief priest is great-grandson of the same priest that was attacked by British in 1904. It is a lineage of priests. Nutty cola. All cola nuts may look alike, but there are differences known only to insiders. Why is cola nut so important to Igbos?
So after that, he will give you what? Cola, to show that he accepts you. So we are welcoming you people.
It is not everyone that is qualified to present cola nut. Presentation of cola nut has rules and regulations. All these are reviewed in this exciting documentary from Nigerian Film Corporation, Nutty Cola. Agric, show me the money. An investigative team from Nigerian Film Corporation tracked down an agribusiness expert who unlocks the incredible financial potentials in agriculture. Meet the expert and launch yourself on the path to incredible wealth.
My name is Emezo Ikechukwu Solomon, and I'm an agro-value content consultant, and I happen to be the director of Agriculture and Gagi Investor too. So today we want to look at some value chains in some crops, especially in the interest of cassava, cocoa, and some other economic crops. So now we have other value chain in our cassava business. We have ethanol, we have high quality cassava flour, we have adhesives, we have high quality starch. Then people began to wonder, why have these things been ignored over time? When we said that agriculture was our major source of exportation in the country before the discovery of oil, it is not limited to cocoa. Cocoa was there. Cocoa served as a very strong source of exchange and export for the country too. People became merchants. There was direct and indirect employment in the use of cocoa, in the farming, in the business aspect of it, and in the production purposes. Cocoa, at things I know and I'm sure that a 50 kg bag of cocoa sells for about 65 to 70,000 naira. We need to have a hub in every, let's say, local government or state or anything about one agricultural product that is available and that is of economic importance. The government will give it a priority, support farmers in any little way, either by providing land, either by providing resources, either by providing inputs, chemicals, and everything, logistics that is needed to make this work.
Iriaha or Ipiribogo, the dance for war. The world-famous Ohafia war dance is one of the Nigerian biggest cultural exports. Unknown to many, it is performed by many sub-ethnic groups in Abia North Senatorial District. The Ohafia, Abriba, Item, Ibeku, Ibere all perform the dance. Who then originated the dance? Nigerian Film Corporation sent a special team to investigate this puzzle and unravel the answer. Nothing.
They have different ways for women. Even the sound, the beating. There are ones for women and there are ones for men. That is different. There are other people who are using this equipment. Don't even know what we are saying. Talking wrong. It will tell you exactly what to do at any point in time. If you are supposed to, you are going for war. And there is time for you to finish. The God will tell you, you are getting there, then you prepare. Then, when it is time to start using your knife, the God will tell you. Other areas, those people we are talking about, they only see people beating and dancing. But those movements which depicted, they don't know.
Nigerian Film Corporation, powering possibilities.
That wonderful documentary. Observer Law, that was a 3-in-1 documentary. Or 4-in-1. 4-in-1 documentary. Thank you very much for the producers, the directors, the crew, and all those who made that possible. But to speak on it, I would like to call on Mr. Martin Chikwe, called the production, to speak. The professor himself.
Just first, we just finished shooting. So it's not really been edited, we just put together some clips so that people can have an idea of what we've done. And then that last clip of the dance is not what we shot. We actually borrowed it from it, but we shot our own, which was staged. wonderfully. So we're hoping that before the first quarter of next year, maybe by January, they'll be ready. And then we're going around the country. But it was actually inspired by the fact that we are not taking advantage of our diversity as a nation. This is the truth. We keep making excuses that we are so different, but that difference is a source of strength. As a matter of fact, there are very few countries in the world that have homogeneity. Maybe I think Korea, Japan, those are really the only places you go to and you see only one race or one tribe in that place. Most places, even the US that people talk about, it's different people that are there. They are Native Americans, the UK, all over the world. So I was inspired by the MD, the idea that, look, we need to be able to build friendship and love in this country and stop thinking of ourselves. We will always be different. This is the truth of the matter. But we need to recognize each other's differences and make it a source of strength as a nation. And we should stop thinking that we are too many. We are not too many. We are not even among the top 5. China has more people, India has, and they're all doing very well. So why can't we build on our strength, on our differences? There is nothing wrong with being different. We cannot be the same. But it's important to harness our various strengths and create a very, very great country. The rest of the crew members are here, and on their behalf, I thank all of you for watching our film. So please wait for the full film, 4 of them. Thank you.
Please let's put our hands together for and they were in the jungle and they survived. Thank you very much for producing those wonderful documentaries. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with that, we've come to the end of the opening ceremonies, but we would like to give you this special announcement. 1, tomorrow's program starts 8 o'clock on the dot, but we are going to resume with the master class 7 a.m. because it's going to be an interactive training of marketing and distribution by the resource person from ABC Pavilion Afrique Online Film School, and it's going to be a visual lecture. The link is going to be published on the screen. The link has already been released online. If you are watching us online, that same channel, that same link, you hook up with us from 7 o'clock. That lecture will take us from 8 to 10 a.m. And then we will switch over straight away to the Peace Ekijembe Annual Conference on Business. From noon to 2 p.m. tomorrow, we are going to have a workshop on the post-COVID era. 4 p.m., we are also going to have another session breaking into the digital and online space by maximizing we have emerging talent workshop, masterclass here in the hall. Taking place in a smaller hall as we enter from the foyer. After 8 p.m., there is going to be the free film screening at Silverberg Cinema ShopRite. So we are all participating for tomorrow and subsequently other programs. Now, what will happen is we have just little refreshments. All of you, but we're going to do it in the high table, the minister, representative of the minister, the chairman, and other dignitaries. And I want the ushers to take note. That is table 1. We'll move to the stand for the small chops, followed by table 2, followed by table 3, and then others will join. And while that is happening, I will now invite the Nigerian Air Force Band to entertain us. Thank you very much. Just hold on. It's like an announcement is coming in. I would like to also inform you that key component of Zuma Film Festival is what the MD had earlier said in his opening speech. We are having a robust relationship with the State Department of the United States, and here represented at the opening ceremony is Madam Bella of the United States Embassy in Abuja. Please, can we see you? Can you just wave to the people? Thank you very much. And they are also facilitating a masterclass on storytelling, and that masterclass lecture will be delivered by a resource person all the way from the United States, and it will be streamed online as well. We'll make sure that you have the details of that tomorrow. But please, if you are here, please share the links to your friends, family, and colleagues to join us virtually in all of our activities. We are online 24/7. As soon as the festival opens, we are online until we close. You can join us on YouTube and on our Facebook pages. Then you can also watch our short clips subsequently on our website. Thank you very much for coming this evening. Enjoy the rest of the evening and the rest of the festival. Thank you very much. Ushers, please take one.
Is it possible for us to set up
This is for Wednesday. When you look at this, you have to do this. And when lockdown, you have eyes of the land, your memories. That's what you get in the market. Can I put your face? No It's gone offline, man. Let me stretch my back. Yes, close. Yes. All correct, man. Permission to carry on. See as you dey pass for the front of my camera, are you? No mind me, I know dey online.
Yes. Oye, mamá, oye, mamá, oye, mamá, oye, mamá, mamá,
It's not possible. They can't do that.
Oye, mamá, oye, mamá, oye, mamá, oye, mamá, mamá, yeah.